Hello, hello, and welcome back to some more Rune Factory. I have now. Normally, I'd say I've broken the computers, but that is bad connotations. I have devised a way to use the computer in a way that maybe it wasn't intended for, but I'm getting some good use out of it. Anyway, strictly speaking, I'm still playing on the handheld, except I'm using the monitor as the actual screen while the game's just running on the handheld. It's really neat, really fun, really interesting, and this is bound to be a really good time. So, but I'm not just, duplicating the display, copying it on over. No, no, no. Extended display. So I'm using the handheld as my controller, and on its screen I can see OBS and watch what's going on with it. I could have something else on there, like Discord, for example. But I'm watching the OBS so I can see what's going on. I can see if someone's messaged me on Discord. So I can see the status if I look down. But the game is up here on a big display. But I'm still using the console. I'm still using the handheld computer as a computer. I can see what volume levels look like. I can see how long we've been recording for. All of this information at my fingertips. Excuse you. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And the reason of how I'm doing this is I got the new cable stuff. It's a little... How would I describe this? It's a little box that has a little USB-C cable sticking out of it. And it has various different ports on it. So the idea is that you plug in whatever that you want to be plugged into everything else to the USB-C cable. So in this case, that would be the handheld computer that's plugged into there. And then you plug in everything else. Yeah, and then you can plug in some USBs, and you can plug in an HDMI, and you can even plug a USB-C thing into this little box thing, so you can still charge up whatever device you're using. I wonder if I could plug my phone into there and just charge up my phone this way. Probably could, honestly. However, as I found out, my the handheld computer only really particularly likes one very specific USB-C cable. So sometimes when it's all plugged in, the computer doesn't actually charge. But sometimes it's all plugged in and it does charge. And I'm not entirely sure how to fix it between charging and not charging. Sometimes a reset does it, sometimes unplugging and plugging it back in a couple of times does it. I don't know what the trick is. I just know right now it's charging, it's connected. Seems like all the peripherals work. The mouse, the keyboard, the monitor. It's not so much a peripheral. The monitor is a peripheral. Everything seems to be working right now, and I'm taking advantage of that. I edited some Kefling's videos. Those are going to go up on a weekly basis for a few weeks. Unfortunately, not going to be doing a World of Keflings anytime soon, unless I really wanted to bust out the old Xbox again. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could be just subscribed to a mailing list or whatever. And once they make a World of Keflings available for a computer, Actually, no, I am basically subscribed to a mailing list because they're planning on having it come out on Steam. And I've already wishlisted it. So yeah, I should be notified when that game actually comes out to PC. I'll get in and run it at least. Potentially also get Azura in as well. I forget, when did it actually say that it should be coming out? I have no idea. But it's probably not going to be anytime soon. So that's whatever. Anyway, Cinnamon, stop it. So as for recent news, stuff that's going on, I got the little cable all set up. Except my living room computer doesn't seem to want to work anymore, but I might be able to use the other somewhat cable box that I have. Hopefully I can get another USB-C cable like this one, because this is the... I don't know where it is, but this computer apparently... The handheld computer will only charge with a USB-C to USB-C cable. I don't understand why, but I've tried multiple different, like, high-quality USB-C to USB-C cables, and nothing. Yes, even using the same charger port as I'm using for the USB-C cable. It's a thing that plugs into the wall that has a USB-C and USB-C for charging. Both work for fast charging for my phone, but only one actually works to charge the handheld, so I need to get another identical cable. Maybe get another identical little bank thing. It has 3 USB ports, mouse, keyboard, webcam, so I could totally just play it and have that plugged in the living room, and then just plug the handheld computer in if I want to do stuff. Yeah, if I want to play some Commander out there, just bring the computer along, plug it into the peripherals, and have some fun. Except changing which box, which device gets used, sometimes it doesn't like that particularly, so might be some issues with there. Yeah. So, yeah, it is December. Christmas time is around the corner. I think I have my Christmas shopping done. Unless, of course, Azura expects me to get something for her, but we haven't gotten anything for each other in last year. So, I don't think we're necessarily at the point of getting each other Christmas gifts. Mostly I just get them from my immediate family. Although, I have to say, I'm really tempted to get stuff from Hot Topic. This is my grandmother. A number of years ago, I found a bracelet. I was visiting my grandparents, went to the mall, blah blah blah, we all split up, as, you know, family does when they get to a mall. I found a Hot Topic. They were having a, like, you know, buy 4 for half price or something. Like, a sale if you get 4 items, and I saw like 2 items I really wanted to get. And it's like, well, I could get 2 more, and it's like, the 2 extra items are like free. So, I might as well get 2 more items. Look around, and one of the things I got was like a dragon bracelet with like blue gems on it. Well, you know, things that look like blue gems. It's probably dyed glass, but it still looks pretty. So I got it, I wore it, you know, that day, next day, whatever. My grandma was like, oh, you got that for me? And she really liked the bracelet, so last time I went down, I had meant to bring the bracelet along so I could give it to her, because I haven't been wearing it lately, so I figured, hey, I remember that you like this, here you go, but I totally actually forgot to bring it down, so it's like, I could probably just, whoops, order that same thing from, like, the Hot Topic website, and have it shipped to her house. And then just like, oh hey, did you get the bracelet? It's like, oh hey, did you get the gift? And all that, and then let's get my grandpa something as well. already got my aunt something. She likes dragons. We were at a convention while I was visiting for a couple months ago now. And there was a booth selling like handmade decorations and stuff, and there was one in particular that my aunt really liked, but it was a bit pricey. Like, she really liked it, but she didn't want to buy it for herself. And I flat out just asked her, it's like, oh, so this would be something that you would like to get as a gift, right? She said yes. So like, okay. Hey, turn around real quick. So I bought it for her and set it up in her office. She does work from home. I didn't like drive to her workplace and set it up there. Though that would be funny. I think I put it like in the windowsill, so I don't remember. It's nice getting gifts for people if you know that they'll actually like the thing you got them. So yeah, like I said, I mostly get gifts just for the immediate family, so that would be... Mostly it's my little brother, and also if I can find something that she'd like, for my mom as well. The issue is, it's really hard to find things that my mom actually likes, because if she does like something, it's usually either A, craft-related, and thus she can absolutely get access to the thing much easier than I could, or B, I mean, she'll just get it for herself. So, however, during this past year, my mom and stepdad have bought a new property. A house, and I want to call it like the acreage, just because I'm used to calling properties the acreage. It's not actually an acreage, but it is it's not just like a normal lot, whatever. I think it's like a half acre or something. Yeah. Decent sized lot, but not an acreage. Whatever. Oh yeah, I think it's like a half acre, whatever, and she wants to make a little garden in there, and there's like 3 garages, so my stepdad likes all of that. So I figured, hey, why not get them stuff for the property? So I was going to get them a solar-powered, like, flashlight or, like, charging station, just so they could save a bit on power, so they could just, you know, leave that in the window or something, and like, yeah, like leave that in the window, charge it up, plug stuff in, you know, save a bit on power. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any that were actually on sale during Black Friday / Cyber Monday because of reasons. That should be fine. Because all the ones that were on sale, you had to be, like, signed up for the website and paying the website to get it, and the cost of signing up for the website would outdo the deal that I get for buying this one item. So instead, all I got was a weed removal tool. I've never actually used it myself, but the idea is that from a standing position, you push it down into the ground, step on it, and then you pull it back up, and it's supposed to be able to remove whatever weeds. Oh. No wonder that failed. And it's supposed to work very well. And I remember over the summer, I'd mentioned this device to my mom, and she was all, oh yeah, something like that would be great. And that she wants a tool to, that she wants a tool to help remove the weeds, that she doesn't have one, but she absolutely does want to try gardening. At least, you know, once spring comes around. So I got one of those, and I figured, hey, this should at least help. Hopefully they haven't already bought themselves one. But, I mean, they haven't mentioned that they have, so the hope is alive. Woohoo, skill up! I should absolutely look up what the next tier of potion is, but I feel like that's not going to be for quite a few levels. Alright, so... Alright. So I feel like one stack of blue and one stack of green to deal with this. And then maybe... You know what? Screw it. 2 stacks of each. That's probably fair. Okay, and then of course, my little brother! So while I was cleaning out my bookshelf a couple of days ago, I found a number of old books that I think that he might appreciate, value, whatever. Learning how to play guitar, when lately I've loaned him my guitar, so because he's been wanting to learn. And some D&D books, because he's been into D&D. You know, that sort of thing. Let's buy stuff. I could always just buy more green grass as well, but I think this approximately stack and a half will be fine. Alright, everything's probably fine. We good. Yeah. I think I've already mentioned it, yeah. Normally for, like, his birthday or for Christmas, I just buy him approximately $50 worth of Steam games and stuff, so maybe this year a bit less on the Steam games, but... Oh yeah, I got him some, you know, old books and whatnot that I think that he'll be able to use. Maybe. Who knows? Also, a thing that we've all been saying that he needs for his computer, USB multi-port. It's not much, it's only 4 ports, but considering that one of the USB headers on his computer broke a while back, like a physical break, so not much that really I could do about fixing it. And the other one I had to disable to make sure the computer worked. Yes. Yep, that was the thing. Yeah, he's been using every single USB port on his computer. So whatever, a thing that uses up 1 port to give an extra 4, so plus 3 ports should at least be useful. I wanted to get a bigger thing, but anything bigger, like, this one was I think $10. Anything at all bigger would have been like $50. It's like, well, maybe I could just have gone 2 of this, or maybe splurge on the big thing, and maybe I should have just bought the big thing. Well, see, it would have been much more expensive, but it would also have required its own power. And he's also a bit short on power plugs. So, you know, balance, effectiveness. This way he still has something that he can unwrap from me under the tree. But also, yeah, something somewhat useful. Oh gosh, yeah, what I should get him are some super long cable or just some wireless controllers. And I think plug-in controllers, as long as they have a long enough cable, you'll be fine. Guess what? We play games together sometimes, and those old PS3 controllers, gosh, they were fine back in the day, but this is not back in the day anymore. So basically, right now I just want to farm some apples until they're all used up. Right. Actually, it's only about 4:30, so let's go and save right now. And I'm going to pause this recording, because I have some stuff to do right now. So I'm just going to pause this recording here, come back to it when that stuff is done, and be able to tell you all about all that new stuff that's been going on. So just hold tight for just a moment. Hello, hello, and welcome. Okay, cool. Yes, welcome back. Pony game did not go very well. Such is life, I guess, really. So it goes and all that. I'm still not over the fact that I'm basically using my computer like it's a Wii U. I mean... Oh god, no. Here's a stupid idea. Play the game with screen overlap set up so I can see, like, the DS game on both screens. So I have, like, the bottom screen on, like, the main big screen, because that's the important one, and the top screen on the handheld. But of course, still best to only actually, record and thus upload one at a time, but still... beep, 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 you. Calm down already. So yeah, Pony Game didn't really happen because even after weeks of delays, two people, one of them being the person who started the game, like, the LFG entirely, and was the first one to have an interest in playing the game, didn't have the characters made, and apparently didn't want any help in finishing their characters, so we just had to sit around while they worked on their characters, and that took hours. If you come into the Pony role-playing game thinking about it from I've played D&D for 20 years, or, you know, okay, that's exaggeration, but, you know, from a standpoint of, oh, I've played lots and lots of other games, I've played lots of D&D, you're gonna get a bit confused about things here and there, because the Pony game is a lot less strict on rules. Yeah, like imagine playing D&D and finding out that even if you're a primary spellcaster, there are only 3 levels of spells that you could possibly learn. Ah! I did this the first attempt. And it went fine. Here we go. Yeah. It's like, well, you can learn... It's like, well, okay, at level 1... So it's like, okay, what? Do I know, like, 1 first level spell? 2 of them? Like, how many first level spells do I know? Okay, well, how many skill points did you put in spell casting? It's like, what does that have to do with anything? It's like, well, the amount of spells you get are determined by how many skill points you put in, because you get 1 spell per skill point you put in. So you can get as many as 6 spells. And you can get them all at level 1. Most powerful spells that you have access to in the game, yeah, you can get them at level 1 if you just wanted to put points into only spell casting. Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt, 100%. And so it's like, well, anyone who is used to the min-maxing nature of D&D is then like, well, I guess I'll put a bunch of points into casting these spells then. Maximize my spell casting so I can cast spells well. And of course, D&D has spell slots. You can cast, you know, a certain number of spells per day based on the amount of spell slots you have. Pony RPG doesn't have that. It's more like mana. So instead of it being, okay, well, I can cast, say, 3 level 1 spells a day, it's, okay, you can just, yeah, you regenerate magic. You can cast, you know, you could theoretically cast hundreds of level 1 spells in a day if you really wanted to and you spaced them out properly. You regen, essentially, you regen 1 point of mana each turn at the start of your turn. Some spells cost as little as 1 mana, so you could just keep casting them. You can keep casting one of these spells every single turn forever. Like, imagine playing D&D and your first level sorcerer gets to cast an infinite amount of magic missiles. Just as long as they only cast 1 per turn. And yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how the game works. And it's like, oh, well, that's totally broken compared to, you know, I was gonna say Magic the Gathering. Compared to Dungeons and Dragons, and maybe it is, but it doesn't. But it doesn't care if it's broken compared to D&D. It matters if it's broken compared to itself. And is it broken compared to itself? I don't think so. Again, we weren't able to try it actually. And yeah. There is one major difference. What the? Oh! I meant to select hammer, but instead I selected potion? Hammer! Rewind the clip. Did I select hammer and it changed it into the potion instead? Or did I actually just flat out select potion? Yeah, is the game trying to gaslight me? Or did I actually not click properly? Run! If I had gone poisoned again immediately, I'd have just rewound that. Yeah, Cheap Tuesday is coming up. Gonna get myself some good groceries soon. Which is good, because I'm basically just down to, I have noodles, and that's basically it. Although I guess, you know, end of the month, just before grocery time, just before the Cheap Tuesday, that is when I normally, just order food for delivery, but Getting food for delivery is so expensive. Like, I would actually sooner just, like, order Instacart food delivery. And, like, either, you know, get a prepped meal from the store delivered to me. Rather, or even, you know, get groceries and then make something. Rather than pay, what, $30 at least for a meal from a restaurant. Yeah, especially considering I don't exactly have high, like, taste. And my sense of taste for, like, what food tastes good are pretty, what, not insanely defined? So, yeah. Gosh, I really need to go and get tested at some point, just to see if all of my, like, senses actually work properly, because I'm pretty sure, at least for the most part, they really don't. I mean, I already know my vision is bad. I do wear glasses. I know my sense of smell is bad, because people have said that they smell certain things, I'm just like, there's nothing. And that's just not the, oh, blah, 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 poor hygiene, so of course you're used to it stuff. It's like, you know, walking through a garden, someone's like, oh, can't you smell all the nice flowers? I'm like, no? I can maybe smell a flower if I hold it up right under my nose, but that's a maybe. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so fragrant. It's like, really? I can hardly smell that at all. What do you mean it's super fragrant? It's super... just on the shade of nothing. Yeah, sense of taste. I'm not even certain if I have a proper sense of taste. When I eat, it's mostly just an issue of textures rather than how things taste. Things, you know, feel good to eat or not. I'm not, like, complete... And before people start making accusations about it, no, this isn't a, oh, you lost your sense of smell and taste from COVID. I've always been like that. Especially the smell thing. I've never had a proper sense of smell. That's why when COVID first started making the rounds, or like, you know, when the news of COVID started coming up, and it's like, hey, this is actually like a scary thing to watch out for and all this. It's like, yeah, here are the symptoms. You might have a cough. It's like, okay, well, I've had a cough since I was born. Asthma! Woohoo. Asthma for Life Club. Anyone else here? Anyone? Yeah, I literally had to get airlifted as a baby because I was having an asthma attack once. Ugh. Apparently it was really scary. I don't remember. Because again, baby. Well, yeah, lack of a sense of smell and taste. I've already said I don't have those so well. Right, shortness of breath, which, again, asthma. I've always had shortness of breath. It actually gets worse depending on, like, temperature and weather. I find if it's raining outside and I'm indoors in a place that doesn't have, like, an open window, it starts to get really hard to breathe. But if I open up a window, like, don't have to be in the water, just, you know, the moisture of the outside air, okay, then that's good. But if it's too dry, I also have issues. Maybe it's because all the moisture is outside. I need moisture to breathe properly. I have no flippin' idea about it. I don't know how it works or why it works. I just know that if it's raining and I can't open a window, I'm going to be having breathing issues again. Oh gosh, it's almost midnight. But I'll be alright. Really? Yeah, how much longer can I make this video last so I can get away with only one Rune Factory day for the entire episode? Also, I'm pretty sure Zero wants me to do some stupid, complicated Pokemon challenge run. An entire series Nuzlocke. Play through every, either every Pokemon game or at least every mainline Pokemon game in order. And if one of your Pokemon's faints, you cannot use that Pokemon for the rest of the entire series. I mean, combined with some other things, no items in battle, can't overlevel the gym leader. There's just a question of, it's like, okay, do we want, like, a randomizer for this? I think her idea was, choose your favorite Pokemon from every game, and that's your entire register of Pokemon that you can use. Which I kind of blew out of the water when I chose Dragonair 40 times. Okay, well, out of 39 mainline Pokemon games, 38 of them have Dragonair, like, available in the coding. So that they are technically playable in the game. The only one that doesn't is Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I don't really like that game anyway. So I didn't need extra reasons to not like it. But I got them anyway, so like, whatever. So I don't know. Maybe I could do a full Pokemon Nuzlocke. Every Pokemon game, just in order. Heck, maybe without the special Pokemon coverage context. And just... But here's the issue is playing through all the games vanilla Nuzlocke would be annoying. So maybe do randomizers, but do like same power level randomizers or something. I don't know. Maybe if I was a bigger Pokemon fan, I would be into playing through. Because, like, play through Pokemon Red. Okay, now play through Blue. Okay, now play through Yellow. And it's like, I don't want to play through all of the Pokemon games over and over and over again for this, so... Oh, she should be at home by now. I don't know why she hasn't been joining voice chat or anything. It's kind of unusual of her. I still have 2 potions. I could absolutely make this go for another 10 minutes. And then try to call the episode there. Yeah, I can't run over to the school to upgrade things. No, it's good. Yeah, I don't want to do another entire Rune Factory day, but I don't want to call the episode at under 40 minutes, so Yeah, use the potions. Get more levels. Mining level 64. Farming level 78, because I think I get farming XP every time I use the watering can. Even when I use it as a weapon. Alright, maybe tonight I'll convince her to... we can start the Enchanted Cave Monk playthrough. You want to talk about boring Let's Plays? Just come to my channel. Woohoo! Oh, right, games. I found a new VR game that's really fun. I believe it's called Swarm, and they really hit the nail on the head with the description. It's like Spider-Man, but you have guns. You have these two, like, tools, essentially guns with, like, grappling hooks on them, but the grapple... Hello. Okay, that was weird. It's VR, so you're in 3D space, swinging around the place. Enemies are coming all over the place, so you have to, like, turn around and stuff. And to turn around, you can literally turn around and aim. Might be above you, might be below you. If you hit the floor of the stage, you lose. And you have to retry the level unless you're playing on easy. If... You can sometimes swing into an enemy to hurt them without hurting yourself. If you really ram into them nice and fast. And then it's just, yeah, use one hand to swing while the other is shooting, launch yourself up, shoot with both, swing yourself over to the enemies, slow down time, boom, boom, boom. I feel like that would cause a lot of motion sickness to watch someone playing that, so I haven't been recording it. But it's been fun to play. Not exactly a ton of exercise, because it's mostly standing in one spot, turning around and just moving your arms. Not even that quickly, but it's been fun. So that what matter. Can't even sign up properly. Anyway, holiday season is coming. Hope the gifts I got are good. Convention's coming next month. Gonna have to record a binge of episodes to cover that. And maybe get some new games to play in the future. Maybe gonna start Let's Playing some new games in the future. Might start Let's Playing some old games. Who the heck knows? Because I sure don't.